Call the school board meeting to order of March 18th. Dave, roll call please.
Ron?
Here.
Dick?
Here.
John?
Here.
Norm?
Here.
Dave's here. Joe?
Here.
Jim?
I'm here.
All here?
Whoa, you said something different.
Yeah.
He's usually present.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on.
Is that really Jim?
Oh.
Yeah, he was here awful early. You okay over there, Jim?
Yeah,
Proof of notice.
I'm tired of
That's
feeling
the
like a
agenda.
little kid way down the bottom.
Approval of the agenda. So moved. Motion by Norm, second
Second.
by Joe. Any questions on the agenda? Norm?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Motion carried 7-0. Citizens' comments? Resolution 1819-170, approval of minutes of the previous meeting. So moved. Second time? Sergeant. Ron. Questions on the minutes? Norm?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye, motion carried 7-0. Dave, any communications?
No, not today.
Jim, are you ready for treasurer's report?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Treasurer's report for Monday, March 18th, 2019. Our total of expenditures of all funds for February was $2,475,842.72. Our state investment pool balance as in February, general fund $574,833.01, earned interest of $990.67. Debt service account has a balance of 14 cents. Non-refundable debt, $1,268.82, earned interest of $239. Total investment, government investment pool, $576,101.97. And our Teresa State Bank, interest rate of 2.47%. General fund has a balance of $2,033,258.09. Earned interest of $3,689.26. Money market general, balance $11,008.77. Earned interest of $18.97. And our Fund 46 Trust is a balance of $1,221.11. Earned interest of $2.10. Total investment through us at State Bank, $2,045,487.97. For our total cash investment, $2,621,589.94. And the next page is a listing of payments on the referendum, debt, and construction with the remaining balance.
Okay, you've heard the treasurer's report. Do we have resolution 1819-171? Need a motion for approval?
So,
Motion by Joe, seconded by? Second. Ron. Any questions on the treasurer's report? Joe?
Aye.
aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried 7-0. Resolution 1819-172, approval of regular semi-monthly bills.
I'll move.
More, second by
Second.
Joe. Questions on the bills?
I do got one question. Who was the first day? I didn't know if I was speaking at a third here. I didn't know who first did it. I thought we were supposed to put those online at some point. Are we still looking at doing that?
Do you want to talk about it right now? Joe called asking me if I would put them online, just haven't gotten to it yet. So-
Okay.
So the question is, as far as the practice goes, does the Board of Education want the bills to go up after you approve them?
After we
Like,
approve
right
them.
now, you approve them. If somebody wants them, we have them accessible, we just have to ask Okay, we get it to them within the window of time. So the other option is just to put them online. So the question would be, as the Board of Education, what are you leaning towards? Because it is a change in practice, so.
What's the fallback for doing it?
No, I don't
I think it's gonna save time, a lot of people that request the bills
Right,
and stuff
right.
like that, it'll
Yeah.
save them time, it just goes up
Right.
there.
So the one part would be Sue Weir would just put them up there. So we'll start effective as of tonight, and start putting them up there and, okay.
Where
Okay.
would they be?
Thanks, Joe. Well, they'll be on the website, so right now we have, it'll follow the same timeline as minutes. So after you approve the minutes, they go up onto the website. And it's not gonna be the next day, it's gonna take a little bit of time.
Not that it ends up in the paper, it costs them a fortune.
No, we're not posting them anywhere, correct? Yeah, we're not
I would have
paying to
to send
post them
them.
anywhere. We just, Sue Weir will grab them and put them online. And so right now, we already have the meeting minutes. It's probably, typically, what do you think? It's like within a week to get posted, sometimes the next day, but depending on Sue's schedule and stuff. So we have a meeting on a Monday night, probably by the end of the week, they're up there.
Oh, she posted the,
Meeting minutes that are approved.
yeah, and then I retype them. I
Yeah.
don't put in all, I just put all the action items.
Okay.
So it's like 3 days, 4
Okay.
days.
One of the things is with the bills, we've been working on getting some of there's like some extra names and things related to
I
students.
mean,
and we
I just
get
saw
those
a
out.
book title, do we really need all that?
No, that doesn't. We like the detail.
Oh, okay, the details, okay, that's not.
It helps for when you're looking at it, because when you have about a $13 million budget and you look at one line and you
Well,
ask what it's
absolutely.
for, as much details Angie can put in there, we appreciate it, so. But in the past, it's been like, students' names even in there with that much
Okay.
detail, and that has to change in
Yeah,
order to
it
get
needs
it
to change,
posted,
sure.
so. We worked on kind of making some of those moves, I'll just have to verify again,
Okay.
so, okay?
Thanks.
So maybe if these have, can we do me a favor? How about the next meeting?
Oh,
To
absolutely.
post them?
Sure.
Because then I can talk to Angie and make sure that there's nothing that we have to go in and redact. Because otherwise, every time I have to go in and redact and verify. And what are these? These are like 20 pages, so that would be good. So I'll communicate with Angie just about that change in practice. And then starting at the next will be April, the first board meeting in April, we'll have those get posted right away after that. Okay? All right, cool. Thank you for that. That helped.
Could there just not be student, for ease of work, just no student names at all?
Exactly.
I mean, does there have to be a student name on the?
No, what Joe mentioned was there's a lot of detail in ours, and it doesn't have to be that way. So it's more for personal record keeping, for auditing purposes and stuff, to have that extra bit of information, but it's not necessary.
It helps us
So-
guys to know what it is too.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So when it comes to student stuff, we'll just make sure that student names are in there.
Sure.
So, okay. And I think we've already had a discussion about it, so it'll just be officially like, hey, we cannot have this in there. So, all right, thanks.
Any other questions? Hearing none, North?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried 7-0. Resolution 1819173, approval of per diem.
So moved.
Dick, second by
A second.
Dave. Changes?
I did not go to a 312,
Yeah, neither did I.
but I did go to a 321 with the Dells.
Yeah, and my 312 should be taken off here also.
And you got a half day for 20 and a full day for 21. Right.
What?
Full, half day for the 20th and a full day for the 21st for Ron. For Ron. Is that it?
That, two,
That's
220.
February?
Yeah,
Has to be.
80,
Yeah.
and 221 full day.
Correct.
So take the 312 off of mine too.
Yep.
Anything else? Dick?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Motion carried 7-0. Committee meetings, personnel. Jim, I know we discussed this at the last meeting about the 4K, but you've got some minutes, I guess, no?
Yes, I do have minutes for that meeting. And I guess just to reiterate that the focus of that meeting was discussion about adding sections of 4K kindergarten to be within our buildings.
Okay, thanks.
And Scott is going to report on the 312. And I apologize for missing that one. I've got a new computer and I've been offline for a couple of weeks now, so I missed that email and did not know about the meeting.
It looked too exciting.
We got a big one coming up, so that was okay. That was the pre-game.
That was the preliminary one, right? I missed it too.
Said the door, there's something up there. Yeah. That's age.
So you want, should you talk about it now or not?
For me?
Or not? Later?
So I can, well,
Both
next
that or-
is me, so I'm
Well,
ready to roll.
No, we've got Joe,
Oh,
with the
policy.
policy committee.
Yeah, we did go over policies, changed quite a few things. A lot of them are recommended changes. I think there was one in particular that we didn't stick with the recommended change. I'd have to pull that up to take a look at that. But everything was recommended changes by Neola, for the most part.
Yeah, and then I have a 4-page document that we used as a summary of the updates that's in the packet. So when you click a link in the agenda, it just takes you to that. And right now, this is all actually just naturally goes into me. So if you're ready for superintendent report, I'll just speak to it.
This would be the first read.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Okay, so I'll start with that right away then. So the policies, you know, it has our administrative section, our teaching section, our professional staff, it has a board section, you name it. So the update for Neola, we completed this actually in like August. And we just had to get it to you and it just got put on the back burner. So fortunately, there's nothing in here that was like a significant update. And so we reviewed any decisions that needed to be made. And I would say at a local level, there maybe were like 3 policies that actually we had some dialogue about. One of those was this would be policy 4230, and had to do with conflict of interest and the ability for staff members to give lessons and to get paid for that. And we kind of spoke to, like in a music department, it's our responsibility to provide lessons to kids as part of their program. Well, this would be, a conflict of interest would be if we didn't provide lessons to them at all, and then, oh, by the way, we're gonna charge you lessons after school. So that's a no-no. So, and then on top of it, as far as conflict of interest, there's a part of it that has a limit that I had recommended for gifts to teachers. So like at the holidays, they often get something, or maybe the end of the school year, teacher appreciation week. This is coming from families to them. So we decided to put a cap on that to be individually not to exceed $25. So if Johnny's family wanted to give a gift to a teacher, it cannot exceed $25. What happens and what you see is they all kind of go in together. That's different. That's like group funding is what that is. So this is an individual limit on the maximum amount. So that was based upon recommendation by Neola. So a lot of the updates were technical edits. There was some discussion about drug testing of employees. And right now, drug testing of public school district employees is not necessarily backed by Neola. So they said, yeah, but no. And so what it just comes down to is depending on the state and what's happening at state level, whether or not you can do this. So as of right now, you could do it as far as preliminary, as far as for the purpose of hiring. But you cannot deny someone a position solely based upon that unless there's like wowzers, it has a direct impact on their duties. This is the law, by the way. So therefore, then why are you doing the testing? Well, we support doing the testing. We work with kids. It's about the safety of our students. But what's not permitted in schools is random drug testing, just randomly testing staff members. It's not permitted. They're public employees, and it's against the law to do so. You can do that testing if there's cause, just cause, if there's a concern. If you can refer people to an EAP, you can do tons when it comes to that. But you just can't have this random concept occur. So we talked about that, and we decided that we wanted to keep it still in place. We also adopted the language for physical exams where a TB screening is required.
Isn't required.
A TB screening survey is required. So they answer the survey, and then from there, depending on, if they answer, I'll say A, oops, you have to get a TB test. But if they answer B or C, they do not. So I might have it wrong, but that's how it works.
Okay.
It's like about 5 questions, and if you answer yes to any
Right.
of them, then they'll,
What about bus
So
drivers?
there's 2 variables. That applies to all employees. The TB test is for everybody. Bus drivers still have the drug testing and that kind of stuff. That's part of getting a license.
And
That's a
random, and
standalone. That's a separate one.
That's what I was gonna ask.
That's a separate one. Thank you for correcting that. Bus drivers, anybody contracted to provide transportation service, that's a whole other thing.
their physicals and things.
So they still have a physical they have to do and all that stuff. So, physical exams are required for employment. We're stressing that to all the staff. If you're gonna work for the district, you need to get a physical, not if you're gonna sub. Okay, because that's a contracted service. You're only coming as itinerant. But if you're gonna work for us, and you're gonna get a paycheck from Mayville School District, qualify for benefits, that kind of stuff, you need to get a physical. So back to the TB test. So one, there was a shortage of TB tests for a while there. And 2, nobody, on all the years, nobody's ever shown up with TB. So the system has done a good job of eliminating tuberculosis. So because of vaccinations and stuff. So that is really the reason for it. In the meantime, they still have to fill out the questionnaire, and if they do come up as a concern, then they have to take it. So that policy now reflects current law. So really, most of it, I wouldn't go and call the entire thing technical edit, but I mean, we're changing work days to business days. We're changing DA to district administrator. Early college credit has just been extended. So everything is just reflecting best practice today in school policies. So Janet did send out an email, like here's a link to go in. You can actually look in depth at the edits and see the language changes that are there. You're welcome to do that. So first read per our advisor is just you getting a chance to look at them, literally. And then they come at the next board meeting for your approval. So I would say, tonight, here's a cheat sheet that goes with that. If you're looking for more information, go into the board docs, dig in, and you can actually see the changes. You can see the changes in colors. But if we were to look at that tonight, that is probably, because the committee did, that is probably, what do you say, 300 pages?
Somewhere around there.
So that's a lot. So I would just recommend, it's much easier to go in, look at electronically, and check out the changes. That we
I look through. I
Okay.
get bored and look at policies.
Well, and the other part with it too, a lot of them, like the 3,000 section is for professional staff, the 4,000 is for support staff. So you'll see the same exact change there, it's just in a different policy. So it's just
That surprised me.
multiple times.
There's places that have problems.
So, like, here's one, FMLA, it provides guidance for intermittent leave. There's a change in FMLA where you can have intermittent leave, and it doesn't have to be these big chunks of time. Well, we have to adopt our policies in order to reflect that. So that's really what a lot of this is. It's just making sure that we're aligning with what's happening with federal and state statutes with the policies.
Isn't that in our contract too then, as far as family leave, that you can have intermittent, or does not?
Well, it's in the policy, so it's not in.
But the teacher wouldn't know the policy, if you know what I'm saying.
We help them with that.
Oh, okay.
And then in the leave section, there is a leave section in the handbook.
Right.
And it does talk about FMLA,
Right.
and maybe we'll have to update that a little bit. I know what you're getting at. So there may be, oh, by the way, intermittent leave does exist now, added to the
Because I
handbook.
know that was a question years back.
So anything else, like, this is in the superintendent report, so if there's any dialogue you'd like, you just let me know. And any follow-up, please contact me, period, no problem. You can do it phone call, email, you name it, come on in, and ask questions about it, and we'll go dig in together if you have any concerns. So there's another update, we needed to get this one done, probably still there'll be one more spring update before we get into summer, so there's 3 updates a year. So that's that, all right. The community newsletter was sent out, so just had a conversation with John. We work with Findorf in order to help create the content for this. So the nice thing is it's following through and you can see complete, complete, complete. We're making a lot of progress. With spring break occurring, right now the secretaries at Mayville High School decided that the email said, we're jumping ship out of there. There were 70 different individual not contractors, workers, 70 different workers in that building today. So if you go in the auditorium, like, you have to wear a hard hat. There's so many spots that the work is being occurred. So if you go in the auditorium, it's emptied out. So they've had, we're carrying some significant contingency funds to make sure we're prepared for the what-ifs that go along with that. And I think that we found it a little bit, but nothing concerning, so that was great to walk in there today and see it. Okay, we've got this. All the seats are removed, everything's removed, wall treatments. They actually showed me a video of them pulling down the ceiling, and it was a matter of, like, you get this part, you get this part, next thing you know, it's domino effect in the ceiling out there. So we should put that up on the website. So a lot of work's happening on the auditorium now until all throughout summer is the reality. That's a large scope for that space. Where the offices are for the new safe, secure entrance, painted, tiled for the bathrooms in that spaces. The offices are painted, ceiling is going in. That's how much progress they've made for that. And then next would be the rest of the flooring, the carpet, and then those are moving in. So we're on track, absolutely. Less than a month, those spaces will be occupied, so, which is exciting. But with that comes the hallway and the new student bathrooms. And the new student bathrooms, I witnessed today, the floors are done, the walls are tiled, the fixtures are being hung, and the ceiling's about to go in. So those will be done, but maybe by the time they get back from spring break, if not close. The hallway floor, they're trying to have all of that done, all the way up to where the auditorium is. So for that band wing. So band rooms are done, hallway will be done, and it's gonna look like a complete project is the deal. So, and then April 15th is the move-in for that area. So the end of the doorway is done, the outside of the exterior of the band rooms, that was a major change to the facade. So the metal paneling, all of that is done. So when you come to the back of Mayville High School, it looks like a completed project that way. It looks like actually, most of the building looks like a completed project. So you just have that cleanup in the front. So then, the gym lobby, the scope of that has changed. We found some cost savings in there. So right now, it's just 2 main entrances to the gym itself that'll be wide open. The doors are gone. They will not be coming back. The 2 small display cases, and then just some artwork in front. So the big garage door, we decided, hey, we're not gonna go with that option. We want something more permanent. What was really neat is a parent coming in one night during our event saying, hey, I'm really excited that the traffic will flow off the gym court and into the lobby moving forward, and you won't see people standing on the gym anymore. Yes, that's exactly what the plan was. That's exactly it. So to see the parent appreciate that, I was really happy about that. So I believe the scope for that, let's see, walls will be done, ceiling done, maybe floor even done this week too. So all of it's really starting to come together. If it had not been for the product that's specifically selected for we call it the Cardinal Lobby, it's a rubber floor that cures over time. They just changed the location it was being manufactured. So that's all that happened, and we've been waiting for this product